Okay, hello. Welcome, welcome to the TV room. David Bradley here. I'm your host. All right. So last time we were here, I sprayed some of this magical stuff into this machine. What's happening here, in case you're just tuning in, is I have a mystery. I have a 64 that I've been working on, and I have a bad SID chip, a good SID chip, and the bad SID chip does it's bad. Bad. But then the same machine won't fire up with a good SID chip. So, what up with that? So this is the machine I've been working on. Let's turn it on. Oh, have I unplugged? What have I done? Oh, hang on. Do this? Okay, wait, okay. There was a delay there. There was a delay. That was definitely longer. Maybe we're into capacitor things. This is peculiar. Okay, what I'm going to do now, here is the diagnostic cartridge from Retro Rewind. I'm going to put it in here. Now, the last thing I did, and this was like many hours ago, is I sprayed this with this cleaner, Electrosolve contact cleaner for electronics. I did. Yeah, because before, this cartridge wouldn't work when I had a SID chip in. But it does seem to work. Now, the results here are relevant, because what I really want to do, take the SID chip, hang on one second. Alright, so the diagnostic cartridge is still in, and it came up, and now we're going to take this SID chip and put it in. Now, the other thing I did is I sprayed a whole lot of stuff into the SID chip socket. Now this has come up. Interesting. Very interesting. Because this is a mystery. I'm baffled now. I thought maybe there was a bad 6526 chip. But I was talking to Rudy from Rudy's Retro Intel, and he suggested spritzing. So I spritzed. And also I kind of worked the cartridge around while it was wet. I worked the chip in and out while it was wet. But then I left it to dry. Well, it's been, really. No, it hasn't been 24 hours, but it's been a long time. So this stuff is not supposed to leave any residue. It's all supposed to be wonderful. It's all supposed to be dandy. So anyway, I did leave it for a very long time. I did. So the Retro Rewind people also sell capacitor kits for Commodore 64. This is a This is a 250425 board, and from what I remember, if you go onto their website, there's a specific set of capacitors just for that board that they have, and perhaps I should be looking into that. But this is all very baffling. All right, so that ran, that was fine. Alrighty, well, here is what I'm going to do. Well, I am having trouble getting this out. So this is the SID chip that, from what I know, is bad. It would not let the machine start up. So remember, one thing at a time. Same test, same everything. Is this going to come up? Is it not going to come up? And sure enough, that's been long enough. It's not waking up. Okay. So we have that. Switch. Switch. Try another version of the dead test. And nothing is coming up. Switch to diagnostic. Turn on that. Now this should come up very quickly, but it's not. Okay, without fail, this SID chip is bad. It will not let the computer fire up. It will not. Okay, so we'll take it out. Turn this on. Oh, okay, that was not the test I was looking for. I always seem to do that. Okay, so bad. And this is rare for bad. I'll put VB on the top. Very bad. So I can remember what this. Anyway, this is very rare. This is it's very rare. I don't think I've ever seen a SID chip like this before. Ever. Ever, 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 ever. So put the SID chip back in, turn this on. Here's the bad bag. I'd love to find another bag, though. A little bag, but not too little. What's this? Oh, no. I know there were other bags that I tossed in here, or I tossed in somewhere that were empty. Maybe they're somewhere else. Anyway, I'm gonna mark this. I want to mark this one and have it in a bag because, boy, if we ever had a competition of what's wrong, this would be great. Okay, so we may have had a micro corrosion issue. Now, I'm going to take this out. It was tough. It's still tough to get out. But still, we have not seen the 64 come up alive with a SID chip in it until now. So indeed, it may have been, some of it may have been micro corrosion. still very strange. Very strange indeed. So, I'm going to unplug this. And unplug this. Turn this off. Now, did I do a data card? I did. Commodore 64 dead, all major chips socketed, 4 RAM chips, da 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 da. One key missing. SID chip was bad, and keeping the before from powering up other SID did name contact cleaner fixed a bit slow coming up. Very strange. Very, very strange. So I guess the last thing I should do is pop this SID chip out, put it back in this 64. I like that this is another good candidate for a repair board because everything's socketed and there are RAM chips that are socketed. Isn't it beautiful? Beautiful. I'm tempted to let this thing run for most of the day while I'm not here. But then again, I'm not sure. I am not sure. Maybe not. Oh, great. That's it for now. So never underestimate the power of some sort of spray. This is an old thing I've had for a long time. I don't even know if it's still made. The other thing is that I have downstairs is deoxit, and I've always had good luck with it too. Anyway, later today, perhaps I'll do some more experiments and see if we're there. Maybe we're there. Maybe we're not there. I would never want anything, any chip or anything to ever leave here if I was selling something or helping somebody or doing whatever without being really sure. You know what I might do? Last thing here, just give this power supply another little check. Yep, 521. So it hasn't changed because I have written on it 521. So it has not got worse. It is constant. Oh, it's always exciting. So, perhaps next time. Oh, there were 3 of these machines, and this one seems to have worked. SID okay? Oh yeah, a bit slow coming to life. Another a bit slow coming to life. Well, maybe, after not having any power running through them for decades. Anyway, we'll monitor that. We'll test that. We'll see what's what. But that's certainly this other one it only has, oh, don't do that, don't fall down. Oh, why don't you sit here? Most everything is not socketed, and that would be a machine or a board or whatever that I would be much likely to sell, because I like sockets. Even though sockets can be trouble, for example, micro corrosion. You never know, you know. Anyway, well, I'm going to have to start getting tidied and cleared and stuff because I have a project to work on for a fellow. I have a Fat 40 that has keyboard troubles, big keyboard troubles. So I'm going to have to, once again, get tidied up because you see behind me here, you know, I was working on a whole bunch of 128s. Well, there are, yeah. And there's boxes, and there's shielding, and there's all kinds of stuff. So, but back over there is another Fat 40, so at least I have another one to test things on. Even though this one's not working, there's hope. For, you know, maybe the keyboard's okay on this one, and I can make sure that it is in fact the keyboard that's the trouble, and not the chip that's inside. We'll see. Anyway, that's it. That's all. Have a lovely, 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 lovely day. Bye for now.